18, 19, 20, maybe early 20s, listen to what I'm saying this morning. Serve the Lord. Make a choice to serve the Lord. Make a choice to live for God. And with me, even those of you that are here that are younger than that, make a choice to serve God. Because I'm going to tell you what, you know, I mean, it may not look like much today. It may be hard today because you stand alone. You might be the only one in your family, the only one in your neighborhood, the only one in your school that is going to serve the Lord and stand for the Lord. And it's hard to do that because everybody else is sinning. Everybody else is living for themselves, living for the flesh, living for the party, living for the moment. But the decisions that you make today are going to affect your tomorrows in a good way or in a bad way. And some of you can say today, you say, you know what, my life's all messed up right now. But Pastor, I've made many, many bad choices. But when I was 19 years old, I made a choice to serve the Lord. And because I made that choice to serve the Lord, God gave me my life back. I made a full commitment to the Lord, and God, I didn't ask Him for it. I didn't plead, and I say, if you save me, I'll do this. Because some of us try and make deals with God. God, if you do this, save my kid, Lord, I'll come and serve you. No, you lied last time. Why would He trust you now? You with me? Huh? I made a decision between me and God that I'm going to serve you, Lord. 19 years old on my deathbed and caked in blood. They said I'd never see again. I made a decision in my heart. I said, I'm going to serve you, Lord. And I'm not going to be like some of these people that are in church. This is exactly what I said. I'm not going to be like some of these people in church that are playing games with you. And I didn't even know really what a Christian was. I just knew in my heart that I'm not going to play games like some of these people in church. How I knew that, don't ask me. But I said that to the Lord. I'm not going to be like some of these people that are playing church. God, I'm going to serve you with all my heart. And I made that decision, and you know, then my girlfriend came back to see me, and you know, and there was other things going on in my life, but you know, Brother Gilbert, Clarence's dad, he says, you know what, Mija? He said, will you go to church with us when he gets out? Would you go to church? He told Susan. And she's like, well, yeah, she was real shy. She said, yeah, I'll go to church. But I made a decision. I'm going to serve the Lord with or without her. You know me? I'm going to serve the Lord. My mind's made up. And he said, well, will you come too? And she did. And that night she went to service, she got saved. She made a commitment between her and God. And I really believe that it was not only for her, but for my children that I made the decision. As the man, as the head of the house, as a, you know, I didn't even know what that was then. But I made a decision that I'm going to serve the Lord, and God started putting my life in place. The decision I made the days before affected my next weeks or beyond that. And my wife got saved. You with me? And my children were brought back to me. And God put back a little family because I made the right choice. You with me? Because I chose to serve God. And listen, my friends were there. And some of them didn't want to serve the Lord. You with me? Some of them made decisions that, you know what, we're gonna do our own thing. We're gonna live our own life. And I remember telling one of my friends, his name was Bernard. I remember telling him, Bernard, I said, listen, you need to give your life to Jesus, bro. He said, oh, I've already tried that, bro. As a matter of fact, when your dad and them left, Bernard was sitting there, and he said, you know what, bro, these guys are all phony. They're all fake. He says, man, I tried serving the Lord and this and that. Ah, man, it's a big game. The church is a big game. And I remember telling Bernard, I said, I don't know what you're going to do, Marty. I said, but I'm going to serve the Lord. I made a decision here between me and my friend. I don't know what you're going to do, but I'm going to serve the Lord. And see, some of you that are here, even some of you youth that are here, you're trying to be cool with your friends. You with me? You're trying to be, you know, the cool one, the tough one, and then by going along with them, by going in their party, by going in their rebellion, going to jump somebody, going to be a crip or a blood. You think you're cool. But I made a decision that day, and the Lord began to speak to me, and He says, and I want you to tell Bernard, I want you to tell him this. He said, I want you to tell him that if he don't serve me, the way he killed that man at that flying night disco, as the sun rose that morning, the same way he will die. I'm no prophet. I'm no preacher. I just got saved. But God told me, son, tell him the decisions that you make are going to affect your tomorrows. And I told Barney that I said, listen, if you don't serve the Lord and give your life to Jesus now, because he's asking you for your life. I said, the same way that guy you killed died, as the sun rose that morning over that horizon, the same way you will die. And Barney looked at me and he says, so be it. Which means in our language, amen.
That's right.
When we say amen, that means so be it unto me.
Yeah.
And he sealed his death by saying, so be it. If I die, I die. Well, he made a decision that day. And it wasn't a couple of weeks later, his own brother shot him to death.
That's right.
You with me? His own brother killed him because of the decisions he made. You with me? To live his life the way he wanted to reject and renounce God. See, churches, you know, you might know church is some kind of fake religion and this and that, but what we talk about here at this church is reality.
That's right, amen.
We talk about life and death, and I know some of you can't even fathom what death is because you've lived so long and you've done it your way. You can't even realize one day I'm going to be in that casket, and pastor's going to be doing my funeral, but I'm going to be dead, and it's too late to say, I'm sorry, Lord, I'm sorry, I changed now. I want to serve you now, God. I'm sorry, I want to listen to what the pastor, and I promise I'll go to church too. Too late.
Yeah.
You're in the casket.
Yeah.
Once you've died, and once you come on.
Yeah.
It's too late. There's no repentance.
Right.
There's no forgiveness.
Right.
You've made your mind up, and it's too late. You know how many times I've heard about hell, and the people in hell are saying, I'm ready now, Lord. Forgive me, Lord. I promise if you give me another chance, I'll serve you, God. Jesus! And it's too late then.
That's right.
You know, my friend Barney, if he was here today, if he had a second chance, he'd be saying, you know what, listen to the pastor, I'll knock you out. Listen to the pastor, I'll shoot you. You with me? But he can't. And I prayed, you know, because when he was dying, I went to his side and I prayed and I whispered in his ear. I said, because I was told the last thing to go is your hearing.
Yeah.
And I talked to him and I said, Barney, I said, listen, man. And my heart was broken. I was crying. And I'm saying, Barney, accept the Lord, bro. Ask God to forgive you. Even in your deathbed, God's merciful.
Amen. Yeah.
And I prayed with him, and I just said, and I'm weeks old. I'm maybe a couple months old in the Lord. I wasn't a pastor. I wasn't some spiritual leader. I wasn't nothing. I just loved my friends. Do you love your friends?
That's right, amen.
Don't you know the decisions that you make to serve the Lord or to mess around are going to affect your life tomorrow?
Yeah.
They're going to affect your family.
Yeah.
You with me?
Yeah.
Come on now. It's going to affect your marriage.
Amen.
It's going to affect your children. It's going to affect your job. It's going to affect your future.
Yeah.
So what, you make some bucks now. You can't buy yesterday.
Right.
You can't buy, well, you know, the last 10 years of your life.
Yep.
You cannot care how many millions you might make. You cannot go back and you cannot buy those. You cannot buy time. You cannot buy time spent with your family and your children.
Yep.
You can't do that. You can't go back and say, well, God, yes, God will forgive you. God, I'm sorry. Yeah, He'll forgive you. But you can never go back and repave the road that you've already paved behind you.
Yep.
You can't do it. You've already laid it down. You've already made your choice. You've made your decisions. If I'm going to serve God or not. I made my mind up. I'm going to serve the Lord. I didn't really know what I was doing, but my heart did. God, I need you.
Amen.
I need you, and more than anything in my life, God. And I've seen friends. I've seen them come and go. I made a decision. I'm going to serve the Lord, and I see what God can do. I'm telling you, 30 plus years later, and I'm telling you, I am a blessed man because of the decisions I made 30 years ago. I'm going to serve you, God. I'm going to go to church. I'm going to listen to my pastors. I'm going to be faithful. I'm going to be committed. Every time those doors are open, I'm going to be there. Listen, every decision you make matters. I'm not going to go. I don't want to be a part. Listen, you're building a road behind you. You're paving a way behind you that you're not going to be able to go back and repave. You're not going to go back and say, well, I'm sorry, Lord, I'm ready to change now. I'm ready to listen now. Maybe too late. You with me? The decisions you make, the friends you make. Listen, you better be very careful of the friends you make. Come on. You with me? The Bible says that bad company corrupts good morals. In other words, we could be here teaching you about Jesus, teaching you about life. And I don't care if you're just a teen or you're an adult. But come on, so I know some adults that are 30, 40, 50 years old that are worse than a teenager. You're more influenced by the world and by your co-workers and by the everything else out there than the youth are. Still listening. Come on. Still doing whatever they say. Still trying to impress everybody. Come on. Still trying to be funny. Still trying to be the bad one that will go up and hit somebody for no reason. Want to fight? What do you say? Throw hands? Catch hands? I remember back in the day we said, "Kesti that chancla." I'm going to throw some chancla or what, eh? Chanclas or slippers, or homeboys used to wear them with their dickies and their old slippers. You walking around like, "What up, Holmes?" With chanclas on. Say, "Man, I'll throw those on. Let's get it." Making decisions like that, even now as a Christian man, ready to get it. You got chancla. Ready to scrap. Come on. Come on. I mean, you ought to be ashamed of yourself. And it happens to the best of us. When things happen in your life, but the devil's always testing you. The devil will send people in your way to see if you want to be that chancla. You want to throw blows, catch hands, or whatever they say these days. You're already how old to throw hands? That's what I said one day. I said, "Man, you know what? People in the highways, wow, come on. You know what I mean?" And I said, "Gee, I'm not who I used to be. I'll probably get up and get knocked out. Be there laying there all jacked up with some young, dude come knock me out, because you think you're bad. You still think you're 16 and you're not. You're what, 50? 40s? Them young dudes will knock you out, man. They're faster. You're old now. Come on. But you're still trying to live. You're still making decisions like that. Still, wanting to play the field. One of my friends, I seen him just the other day, still playing Facebook. Oh, I was with that chick and this one, and I'm meeting this one, but I'm talking to this one on Facebook, and I'm like, never changed. Still playing, but all jacked up. Life's a mess. You with me? These decisions that you make are going to affect you tomorrow. The decisions that I made years ago to serve the Lord, to live for God, when everybody else was partying. Come on. Some of you were out there partying for years while I was serving the Lord. Well, I made my mind up. Well, I'm going to live for Jesus. And guess what? All this prayer junk, and all this Bible junk, and all this church junk, I was doing that junk. I was living for God. Come on. I was outreaching my city. I was handing flyers for years on the streets to people all jacked up, going into the bars to give them tracts and running out of the bars like we do a drive-by tracking. Out we go. Amen? Going into the jails, going into the hospitals. Come on. When I was 19, I didn't know what it was to even be a husband. I was a mess. I was all jacked up. I was a gangster. Most of us thought we were players. And I didn't know what it was to be settled down. My wife was pregnant. My girlfriend was pregnant. I was out there playing. Come on. And some of you are the same way. Your girlfriend pregnant, but you're out there with somebody else. Thinking you're Romeo. Making the decisions, making the wrong choices, getting locked up, getting in trouble. And when I got saved, I began to make the right choices. The Bible says in Deuteronomy, and I don't know exactly where the verse is, my wife preached on it a bunch, but it says, you know what? It says, "Today I set before you life and death, blessing and cursing." And God says, make a choice. What do you want? You want to serve the Lord? You want to live for God? You want your family blessed? Because see, whatever you do is going to affect your children.
Amen. Amen.
Some of the stuff you suffer today is the decisions Grandpa made years ago.
Right.
Hmm?
Amen.
I remember when Grandpa's, my uncles and those that were older, and I remember when they were, they'd go smoke a joint. And back in the day, when I was a kid, guys, I remember going into the what are they, walls in Canyon City, into the prison there. And I remember going in there and scared straight because I made a lot of bad decisions. And they tried to send me to prison, and the scared straight put me in a cell with some convict back in the walls, you know what I mean? And all I did was learn more and smoke cigarettes with them.
Yeah.
But I remember being in that penitentiary, and for 2 days they put us in there. And I remember talking with the people, and the second day my mom and dad had to come and spend the day with us and with these convicts just to show them what your son's headed for. And I remember my mom seeing a friend of hers. She said, I remember this guy from high school. We went to high school together. And he had been there for all these years. And I don't know how old I was, maybe 15. My mom's 30 years older than me, so she would have been 45.
Yeah.
So what's 17 or 18 and 45? How many years is that? Well, 30, right? 30 plus years? That one of her friends was in jail, in prison, 30-something years, bro, for a roach. You know what a roach is?
Yeah.
It's the end of the leño, the end of the pot, the cigarette that was left over because you're burning your fingers, remember? Fingers all gross, yellow, all burned. You're trying, remember ants?
Yeah.
These people are acting like they don't know what I'm saying, but ants know. For a roach, guys, for a roach. This guy was in prison for 30-something years for a roach.
Amen.
Today, a roach day, the cops they think it's funny, they'll laugh at you for a less than an ounce.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's all right. You just weed, man, and don't worry about it, man. Just go ahead and put it away. Or just for recreational use, they don't care anymore. When one guy went to prison for 30 years, because he made a bad decision. Huh? Your friends are gonna, they're gonna dictate who you are.
Yeah. Yeah.
Huh? So many kids even come to church, and they don't want to make friends here. They got their friends at school. And their friends at school are dictating who they're going to be one day. And parents, if you're here today, look at who your children are hanging around with. And remember, I don't want you hanging around because they're bad. You don't even realize your kid's probably the bad one.
That's right.
Huh?
That's right.
Your kid's being influenced.
That's right, amen.
And one of these days, they're going to be before the principal, being suspended, or you know what I mean? Man, I was thrown out of Grizzly so many times, lighting desks on fire, fighting, and all kinds of other stuff, man. I remember being arrested, walking out with that little desk on fire, looking up, and everybody's in the window laughing at me.
Yeah.
Because Mr. Rock lit his desk on fire. Remember Rock?
Yeah.
Little built dude. Huh? He came in, and I was playing with the lighter and with paper, and he was out in the hall. I lit it on fire, and I was messing around, everybody was laughing, and then he's coming, so I ran right there and threw it in the desk, and we're sitting there, and all of a sudden, oh my God, the desk was on fire. I'm like, oh shoot, man, and they put it out and stuff, and called the cops, and there I was arrested for doing that. Making decisions to go to other high schools. Me and Clarence went to East Central one time. We're over there looking for some chicks.
Come on, Pastor.
And they arrested us.
Yeah, they did.
They put us in detention. We're in PYC at the Old State Hospital, and Clarence is in the room next to me, and we're pounding through hey, what are you doing? Man, nothing, we're just in here. Maybe we thought it was funny at the time, but then he said, my dad's coming to get what?
Uh-oh.
He left, I stood there. We were locked up because of dumb decisions.
Yeah.
Playing, thinking we were going to do this, thinking we were going to do that. Amen? And the decisions that we made, I told my wife yesterday, I said, do you remember when we were at Mitchell Park? Mitchell Park, is like a foundation in our lives. It's like a foundational stone. And I remember sitting on the corner of 12th and the Cross, and there was a little bench there. And me and my girlfriend Susan, she was 14, I was maybe going to be 16 or just turned 16. And I remember sitting there talking about having kids. And I said, I knew. She says, what were we thinking? And I said, I knew at the age of 16 that I would have a kid. I just knew it. It wasn't like something I thought of, I just knew 16 I'm having a kid. You know, when I was 16 years old, I had a kid. I didn't know that I was bringing an eternal being into the world. I just thought, you know, messing around. I get to be with my girlfriend, have fun. I didn't know I was hurting her, though. Come on.
Yeah.
Huh? You just thought you were pleasing yourself, no? Huh? You weren't there to please her.
Right.
Huh?
Right.
You're there to please yourself. So you can go tell your homies what who you hit.
Right.
Huh?
Right.
Come on.
Yeah.
Who you were with. Some of you were with a lot. Huh? I was 16 years old, and then I had my first daughter. I didn't know that, you know, I mean, you know, I was going to have to be a father now. I just thought it was a proud thing to tell people you had a kid. Huh? I didn't know I was bringing an eternal being that my daughter one day would spend somewhere, eternity in heaven or in hell. I didn't know that. I just was selfish, doing my own thing. Come on, some of you see, some of you came in all self-righteous. You don't remember the girls you were with?
Right.
Huh? And you didn't know that you hurt them. You didn't know that you sinned against them by doing that. And you sinned against their parents and their heavenly Father when you were with them. Huh?
Yeah.
That's why it's important, especially for those of you that are here, that are teenagers, that are maybe young girls. Huh?
Yeah.
Don't be letting no boys around you.
That's right.
Huh?
That's right.
Because they don't love you.
That's right.
They don't even know what love is.
Yeah.
Huh? Come on.
Right.
They just know they want to. Come on.
Yep.
Huh?
Yep.
Amen? Listen, your body is something that's holy. Your body is something that God gave you. And you only have one chance to present your husband one day with a present
Yep.
called your virginity.
Yep.
One shot.
Yep.
Huh?
Yep.
But you're going to, we did a drama one time, right? We did a drama of a girl that came and she had her virginity. She had a beautiful package, a beautiful Christmas gift. And she gave it to some boy. I love you, baby. I want you. I need you. You're all everything. We're going to be together to the hubcaps for a while. And man, she gave that dude her box, her present, and he tore it up, right? Those of you that remember the drama, he tore it and shredded it and messed it all up. And then when he was done, he laughed and he gave it back to her all jacked up. You know how presents look when you kids unwrap them?
Yeah.
Here you go. And then one day she met a man that she fell in love with, and she tried to put her box back together, her present back together, and offered it to him, but he had saved himself. He loved the Lord, and he loved, you know, I mean, he was Christian. He presented his box to his wife now, and it was beautiful, and then she got hers and gave it back to him, and it was all tore up, all messed up. And he looked like, what the heck? What happened to my present? What happened to my gift? It's all, you know, could you imagine? After they tore it up, then you try to get tape and put it back together, and it's all, And she presented him with that, and he kind of freaked out on it. Remember the decisions you make today always affect your tomorrow.
Yep, that's right. That's right, amen.
Amen?
Amen.
And she had to present him with that gift that was all tore up. You with me? Thank God for second chances, no?
That's right,
Thank
amen.
God for forgiveness of sin.
Amen.
Thank God that He comes and He'll put that thing back together again, a Humpty Dumpty.
Yep.
And He'll give, come on, He'll give you your dignity back. Only He can do that. See, the devil will tear you up. The devil will use you. I tell people, you know what, when you sin will take you farther than you want to go.
Yep.
cost you more than you're willing to pay
That's right.
and keep you longer than you're willing to stay.
Yep, that's
The
right.
devil will burn you. The devil will tear you up. The devil wants to use and abuse you.
That's right.
You with me? He's the one, the puppet master that wants to be over your life thinking that you're cool with your homies and your girlfriends and you with me? The decisions that you're making. Could you imagine that? One person said this. They said, why is smoking weed so bad? It's because smoking weed is it's like an entryway.
Yeah, yep.
It's just like an entryway, a doorway to deeper things, to darker things. Because remember, you used to smoke just the weed,
Yeah.
then it went on to something
Yeah,
deeper.
yeah.
Huh? Or maybe you just drank a beer, and pretty soon, you know what I mean, they're telling you, hey, smoke this pill.
Yep.
Shoot this heroin, it's cheaper, bro.
That's right.
What, $5 a hit? Huh?
Right.
You with me?
Right, amen.
I've seen too much. I've seen my nephew, dead with a syringe in his hand, as hard as a rock on the floor. You with me? Because of a decision to shoot dope. Come on.
Yeah.
You with me? I've seen friends die, like Bernard. I've seen him die. Amen?
Amen.
I've seen him die. I've seen family members die because of a few drinks.
Yep.
Hmm?
Amen.
One beer ain't going to hurt you, right? Why can't you be a Christian and drink some beers with your friends? Huh? Why can't you be a Christian and drink a Pepsi with some friends?
Yeah, yeah.
Huh? Why can't you tell them, you know what, bro, I'm not drinking. I remember one of my friends one time, he was a young guy, we were discipling and stuff, and went to his house, and he got all his homies, all his buddies from over there at Fort Cartoon. And they were all sitting around, old friends, man. And I remember they came and they were having a barbecue and they were drinking, all of them. Well, my friend was trying to fit in, so he went and got him some O'Doul's. O'Doul's is a non-alcoholic beer. And I walked up and I came to the barbecue and I wasn't his pastor. I was a pastor. I was a minister, but I wasn't his pastor per se. But I remember I coming because see, I don't change whether I'm a pastor or a Christian. See, my morals and standards are still the same.
Amen.
You with me? See, and that's the reason God will lift you up. That's the reason God will exalt you. He doesn't do it one day when you get to a certain place and say, now I think we'll call you a pastor or a leader. No, see, you're a pastor and a leader way back when you accept the Lord and you make a decision. I'm going to serve the Lord. And I'm going to make right decisions. I'm going to live for God. And I'm going to go to prayer, and I'm going to seek the Lord. I'm going to listen to my pastor, and I'm going to hand out flyers, and I'm going to read my Bible, and I'm going to pray. See, the decisions are way back there, ain't today.
That's right.
Been serving the Lord 10 years, and now God says, oh, yeah, we'll make you a pastor. No, God, see, He watches you from when you're way back there. You with me? The decisions you make. You know, maybe you'll make some messes, but you're quick to repent.
That's right.
You with me?
Amen.
You're quick to serve the Lord. What was I telling you about? What story?
The old girls.
The old duels.
Yes.
And I walked up on him, and he's there, and he's got his old duels in hand, and they're laughing, and the homies from Fort Carson, my army buddies, because I want to fit in, right? I want to be cool, right? Pastor's not here, you know what I mean? And I want to fit in, so I'm giving you an old duels. Listen, sin, I don't care how you disguise it.
Yeah.
See, the motive of the heart is what the Lord's looking at.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I walked up, and he's all drinking his old, he's like, what are you drinking, bro? Pulled him aside. What are you drinking? I know your buddies are sinners. They don't know any better. They're drinking, that's what they do. But you know better, bro. He said, Pastor, it's not alcoholic. And I said, you might as well get one of theirs. Because the motive is wrong. Why would you get a non-alcoholic beer so you can fit in? Why didn't you get you a Pepsi or a Mountain Dew?
Right.
Yeah.
Huh? Why are you sitting thinking that you need to fit in and have a green bottle of Old Duels? I said, you might as well get Budweiser. Because it's the same sin.
Yeah.
It's just that you want to disguise it with non-alcoholic, but
Right.
you with me?
Yeah.
Huh? And I'm telling you that individual, hold on. That individual who's out there today, he's a friend of mine, but he's never been the same. He ended up cheating on his wife, having an affair, split his family up. You with me? Doesn't go to church. When they do go to church, he comes just to do a job like a soundboard? Huh? That when he does come, I said, why would you even let somebody like that work your sound? Just when they come, they want to come and use their gifts. Like people like to come and teach, but don't want to come to church and hear the word. Come on. Don't want to clean the church, don't want to do that, but they want to, you with me?
Yeah.
The benefits and all that stuff. You with me?
Yeah.
And their life's a mess because they made decisions, little decisions back there. Hmm?
Yeah.
You with me?
Yeah.
Every decision matters. Your friends that you hang around with matters.
Amen.
Huh?
That's right.
I remember when I got saved, I had to tell my friends, remember I talked about Barney?
Yeah.
Barney came to my house one night. My wife was there, but she was my girlfriend. We were in the process of getting married and stuff. And I remember, I don't know why, but we both went to the door because Barney was knocking. And I'm sitting there talking to him. She's right behind me. And Barney's like, come on, bro. I got a carnival with babes. I look over there and they're all. And he had to, you know, he said, man, we got liquor, we got weed, we got, let's go party. And I'm standing in the doorway looking back at my girlfriend, looking back at the car, looking back at my girlfriend, looking back at the car, and I look and I notice she's crying because she knew that was an important decision right there.
Yeah.
You with me?
Yeah.
And she's wanting me to stay with her and our kids and my responsibilities and my new Christian life. And he's like, come on, bro. There's a party. Come on, let's go. And I had to make a decision that I'm going to stay home. I'm going to stay with I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know how to be a father.
Yeah.
I don't know how to love my wife as Christ loved the church. But I'm telling you, the decisions to stay plugged in, the decisions to serve the Lord, the decisions to stay close to my church and close to my church family. I'm telling you what, that made a difference.
Amen.
Some of you don't realize the decisions you're making today by slacking.
Yeah. Yeah.
Huh? I'm telling you what, this is going to take a toll. It might not be today.
Yeah.
Huh?
That's right.
But one day you're going to realize, you with me? The
Yeah.
damage that comes from that.
That's right.
You with me?
Yeah.
The compromise, just a little compromise, the old rules. Huh?
Yeah, that's right.
Come on, just the marijuana, just the leño. Pretty soon you're a full-blown heroin addict.
Yeah. That's right.
Because it started with some weed.
That's right.
That wasn't good enough.
That's right.
Started with maybe some pills now because I got hurt. And that leads to heroin. I never knew heroin was so contagious or so out there like that. That athletes on football teams, on college teams, on NFL teams, going to shooting heroin because of a pain in their bodies. I watched a video on ESPN or one of those stations about a young athlete who was in college and he got hurt, but he wanted to stay with everybody else, stay running and playing first string. He started taking the pills. The coach started giving him the pills. To take the pain away so he can get out there and do his thing and make touchdowns or tackles or whatever. And it led to a full-blown heroin addiction that ruined this young man's life. Today his life is a mess. He can't even do anything. You know what I mean? He's a heroin addict. Because it started with, the devil. He just, have you ever seen those Russian dolls?
Yeah.
The Russian dolls, they're big, and then you open it, and then there's a littler one.
Yeah.
And you open that, and there's a littler, same thing, but just littler.
Yeah.
The devil starts with the smallest one,
Amen.
and he brings another one, bigger and bigger and bigger, until you're absolutely overwhelmed with sin and all jacked up in your life because of a decision I made back there to smoke a cigarette with my friends.
Yeah. Amen.
Huh? The decision I made back there to go ahead and let my boyfriend do what he wanted to do, and then I end up pregnant, and guess who's over there with a stroller crying at night, baby's crying and sick and all this stuff, while they're all sleeping around again? Because of a decision I made?
Yeah.
Because, are you with me?
Amen.
Amen.
Huh?
Right. Yep. That's right.
Kids that were lost, kids that are out there today. You know what I mean? How many of some of these guys around the city? Man, you know what I mean? One of the guys I'm thinking of, I don't know how many kids he has. I don't know if he's taking care of one of them. But I know a couple that are my family. 2 of those are my niece and nephew.
Amen.
Because somebody wants to go throw their seed all over the city and think it's funny. But I'm telling you that one of these days you're going to be accountable before God for every one of those children. Because every one of those children are going to go to heaven or they're going to go to hell.
Right, right, yeah.
You with me? And it's the parents' responsibility to bring them to the Word. It's the parents' responsibility to, come on. And I know some of us, we were raised that way. We didn't know any better. We just did it. You with me?
Right.
Huh?
Yeah, amen.
But I'm telling you, it doesn't take away from the, one of these days, you're going to be responsible for that.
Amen.
Huh? How you teach your children, how you train your children, even as a husband, the decisions you make and stuff like that. Huh?
Yeah,
The
that's right.
decisions you make, and I know some of us have made some bad decisions in our lives, even as husbands, and don't realize the effect you had on your family. Huh? Because it's like, you know what, it's not a big deal. Huh? Not a big deal, just forget about it. You can forget about it. You know, I guess you what do they say? You can forgive but not forget.
Yeah.
Huh? Because God visits the sins of the father on the children.
Amen.
Amen. He said to a 3rd and 4th generation that he revisits with cursing. He says, but if you serve me and you live for me, he said, I'll bless your children to 1,000 generations.
Amen.
3 or 4 generations is heavy duty, but God said, if you'll serve me, I'll bless 1,000 of your generations. I'll bless your children's 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 children and their great-grandchildren.
Amen.
Because of a decision you made to serve the Lord. See, I made a decision to serve God. I made a decision to live for God, and that's the only thing I have to stand on today. And I told my wife yesterday, I said, listen, I said, you know what? I said, my son's going to be okay. He's going to be all right, because you know what, babe? The Bible says this. It says that if you serve me and you give your heart wholeheartedly to me, I'll go to the ends of the earth and I'll bring your sons and daughters back from captivity, wherever they might be. I'll go bring them back. And I said, it looks like the worst thing in our lives. You with me? But I said, you know what? God's promises are true.
Amen.
Because we made a decision years ago to serve the Lord. I don't care how far your kids will run. I don't care how bad they'll be. I don't care what they'll do. If you make a decision to serve the Lord, God said, I'll hunt them down. I'll go after them. I'll bring them back. Come on, like the prodigal son, I'll bring them to their senses. And then sometimes it looks like the hardest things and the hardest, you with me? Oh my God, what are we going to do? And God's like, I got this. I got this, son, because you made a decision. Not when you were 40, not when you were 50, when you were 19 years old. She was 18 years old. We made a decision. We didn't know what we were doing, did we? We were just dumb kids. But we made a decision we're going to serve the Lord. And we made a decision that we're going to go to church. And we fell in love with church. We fell in love with God.
Amen.
We fell in love with the people of God. We loved the people of God. We did everything we could. We cleaned the church. We did nursery. We worked with youth. I mean, anything you can think of, we did it in our church. And we didn't stop once a month. We were committed. We were wholeheartedly committed to the Lord with all our hearts. And our 2 little girls, they were 2 and 1 when we got married. Huh? And now, you know what I mean? My daughters, you know what I mean? They send us scriptures. My daughter sends me stuff from Jesus Calling, and my daughter Alicia, she's a worship leader for her church and to her youth, and you know what I mean? And serving the Lord, and they have troubles with their husbands too. They have troubles. You with me? Their kids are, you know, kind of young, but they're not that young. But the foundations and the choices we made are giving them, you know, and they look back and they, you know, back in the day, they thought we were the meanest parents. Because we didn't let them go with all their friends. We were very picky about who they hung around with. Even in the church. You with me?
Yeah.
We were very picky. And we, you know what I mean? We taught our children. We trained them in the things of God. I mean, this Bible was the foundation in our home. It wasn't something we threw under the seat. And then Sunday, well, where's my Bible? Where's my Bible? We can't find it. This thing was a foundation in our home, and we opened it often. And we would read it with our children. And we would pray and we would talk about Jesus. And when we were hurting financially, we would pray together. Say, come on, kids, let's get together. Let's pray. We don't have no money. But I'm telling you that God is faithful. And God will help us. You believe me? And they would say, yeah. And I'd say, we're going to pray. And we did little things. I'd say, you know what, man? I said, let's go for a walk. And we'd go walking, and all of a sudden in the gutter, they'd find $10 or $20. Say, Dad, look what I found. Let's go to JR's. Let's go see Nellie, or BB, we called her. Let's go see BB at JR's because we found some money. You guys get a soda and a candy. I told you God is good. You might think it's coincidence. You might think, whatever. No. It was a blessing from God for us.
Amen.
We had to search our coats. Have you ever been so messed up? You had to search your coats. You're looking through pants to see if there's $1 or $5 somewhere tucked in there because you're absolutely broke and you find something. Huh? And you say, God is good. And people come up and people hand you money. I'm telling you, we served the Lord and people would bless us. People would give us money. People would help us. People would feed us. And we were blessed. And the hard times, I talk about the hard times, but you know, the hard times aren't even able to be compared to the times where God blessed us, where God spoke to us, where God used us, where we prayed for people, where we gave to people, where we fed the people, where we blessed the people. For 30-something years, we've been doing that and making these right decisions, and not every decision has been perfect, because none of us are perfect. You with me? So I'm not trying to get on you and say, well, you know what, you did this, blah, blah, blah. No. We all got these skeletons. Huh? You say, you know what, the skeleton, you're going to stay there dead in that closet. You're not coming out no more. We're going to serve the Lord. We're going to live for Jesus. We're going to teach our children. We're going to help our church. We're going to be a part of our city. We're going to live for God. And every day they're in the Word. Years and years and years. My Bible's in my office from years and years and years ago. Cut up and studied up and highlighted up and marked up. And I'm thinking, gee, Lord, sometimes I got to go back and remember that stuff. Because I said, man, 30-something years, we've been giving God everything. Like what you see now is probably we slowed down a little bit. Because we're getting older. We slowed down a little bit. But I'm telling you, for 30-something years, we've loved Jesus. And I was singing today, I said, man, God, I'm so blessed. I'm so blessed to serve you. No matter what problem I have, if my body aches, my knees hurt, no matter what I go through, God, you're good.
Amen.
God, you've been faithful. I'm healthy.
Amen.
Come on.
Amen.
I got my wife. I got my children. I got a bunch of rugrats, grandchildren. They're awesome. They're healthy. We've seen them healed. We've seen them delivered. We've seen them saved. We've seen them blessed. My grandson, just the other day, my daughter goes, look, Dad, he had a big tumor, or a big hernia sticking out of his umbilical. It's just about that big, sticking out. And we prayed for him and all this stuff, and just for prayer, what was it, Friday night? My daughter goes, look, Dad, look at his umbilical. And I looked, and there's nothing. It's completely healed. My Brookie, my granddaughter Brookie, they said in the stomach she had a bad kidney. They were going to have to do surgery the moment she got out of the womb, and she's going to be this and that and all this stuff. I said, no, you know what? Tell Trish not to be crying. Tell her God is good and God is faithful. And we're going to pray and God's going to heal her. And guess what? God healed that kidney. I can tell you how many times our grandkids, you know what I mean, were sick or this happened or they said that or they're going to have this or they're going to have that. I said, no, they're not. No, they're not, because God is good. He's faithful to his word. You might think that God heals once in a while and this and that, but I'm telling you, every time we pray, God has healed us. He's healed our grandkids. He's helped us through the darkest times, through financial this and that. Some of you are so stressed out because of finances, but you don't show up at prayer.
Right, yeah.
I said, you don't show up at prayer.
Right, man.
And you got all these worries and all this anxiety and all this stuff, but you still don't listen to your pastor. When they say it's important, you don't think it's important.
Right,
You do your own thing, you do your own, but you're making decisions And every one of those, I don't know if you've ever laid brick or like block or, on the sand or this and that, but sometimes you get in a hurry and you do something haphazard and you go and that rock or that thing is uneven and people can fall and stuff like that. Every decision matters.
That's right. Amen. Amen.
Every decision that you make is going to affect somebody.
Yeah.
You might be cool. You might be walking, but your children might fall behind you.
That's right.
Your grandkids might fall behind you because of a decision you made.
That's right. That's right.
Hmm?
Amen.
Come on.
That's right. Amen.
You remember David got 5 stones? When he was going to face Goliath, he got 5 smooth stones. You would think, man, he's a bad shot because he had to get 5 rocks. Because one ought to do the job. But he knew something, that Goliath had 4 big brothers, monsters of brothers. You with me? And David killed Goliath. David slew Goliath, but he knew there's still 4 monsters out there that when they hear what I did to their brother, they're not going to let me live comfortably.
Yeah.
But David made a decision to serve the Lord. David made his mind up, I'm going to live for God. And David had men that were under him coming up behind him. You with me?
Amen.
And these men, listen, after a while, Goliath's brothers started acting up. And the men said, Father David, they said, listen, it's time for you to rest. Let us take care of these giants. And his mighty men, it says, took them Goliath's 4 brothers and killed those brothers. Because David made a stand. David served the Lord. Men came up behind him that were giant slayers as well.
Amen.
And he didn't have to fight as hard because he had his sons. He had his mighty men that would take care of the job behind him.
Amen.
Some of you don't understand that. What you sow, baby, you were going to reap one day.
Yeah. Yep. That's right.
And my friend told me, he said, you know what, Vince? You honor your pastor and you submit to that man regardless of how you feel because God is watching you.
Right.
And
Amen.
every decision you make towards your pastor, God is going to give you that kind of people under you. And he said, and if you submit and you listen to your pastor, he says, wait till you have your own ministry. You're going to have men of God and women of God that are listening, that are obedient because you made a decision to serve the Lord.
Amen.
And I knew that was the Lord. I said, God, you know what, man, whatever a man sows, that's all I also reap. I'm going to listen to my pastor. I'm going to surrender. I'm going to submit. I'm going to come under regardless of how I feel or what I see.
That's right. Amen.
And I'm telling you what, it was hard because there were some great things God was doing. I thought anyway.
Amen.
But little did I understand. No, I did understand. Obedience is better than sacrifice.
That's right. Amen.
And I served the Lord, and I did what God said. And today we have a ministry. And the thing you guys don't understand is, see, God wants to use you for stuff.
That's right. That's right.
But
Amen.
remember, you're laying a foundation, and you're making decisions of obedience or sacrifice. You with me?
That's right.
Of living for God or doing your own will. His will or my will.
Yeah.
You with me?
Yeah.
And this will affect you in the future.
That's right. Amen.
Hmm?
Right.
This
Amen.
will affect you, and I want you to lay a foundation, man, that people can run on, drive on, walk on, and live godly lives for the rest of their lives because of what you did. Your
Amen.
sons and daughters, your children, your grandchildren will be blessed of God 30 years from now if God tarries.
Amen.
Because of a decision you made. And, well, what is today?
The 21st.
21st of January 2018? Because the decision, see, you can never go back and change what you've done. Some of you have laid some foundation, you've laid some stuff, you're never going to be able to change.
Yeah.
But you can change the future.
That's right.
You can change what's going to happen tomorrow by the decision you make today. Huh? And some of you kids, I don't even know if I can't see some of the youth in the back. But if you're here and you're a young person, listen, this church thing and all this ain't for old people and for you with me? This is for you.
Right.
Amen.
If you're here and you're 12, 13, 19, the decisions you make today are going to affect you tomorrow. Make decisions to live for God.
Amen.
Live for the Lord. And all your friends are going to want to do all their thing and live the way they want. And you're going to watch them. You're going to see them throughout the years. They're going to end up in prison. They're going to end up dead. They're going to end up, come on, OD. They're living in some trap house all jacked up. And you're going to be living for God. You're going to have a great job because you serve the Lord and you sold into the kingdom. God blesses the finances.
Right.
So when Naomi says, we're not just here to take your money.
Right.
What she's saying to you with me, what she's trying to teach you, is that what you sow, you're going to reap.
Yeah.
You want to be stingy? He said you'll reap a small, little, tiny harvest. You want to give grudgingly and all this? He said you'll get a little blessing. But if you want a big blessing, he said, come on, give bountifully. Give. She's trying to show you something.
Yeah.
Whatever a man sows, that shall he also reap. God is not mocked.
Amen.
That's right.
Amen.
Live for
Amen.
Jesus.
Amen.
Make the right decisions. Make the right decisions. You
Amen.
can start today.
Amen.
You can turn it around. And guess what? When I got saved, I made a lot of bad decisions. And I had to go back to court. I had to go face the judge. I had to pay thousands of dollars in restitution. Huh?
Yeah.
I had to, are you with me? Because I made mistakes, because I did this, and you know what I mean? Listen, I broke windows, I smashed cars, I mean, all this different stuff of people. I heard, I did this, I did that, and sometimes, even today, I'll see a scratch on my car, or a window broken, or this and that, and sometimes I have to say, oh God, forgive me for the things I did when I was young. I want to get angry. One time I came out of Walmart and somebody had opened the door, smashed the mirror on my truck with their door and knocked it, you know, they broke it, and I left. And man, I'm telling you what, I wanted to do one of those, you know, Karate Kid moves on their windshield, boom, bust their mirror off, and just like that had happened, and I was ready to boot that window. How dare they touch my truck? And I remembered, I said, oh God, the people I heard, the things I did when I was young. And God's like, remember that? Yes, Lord, I'm sorry. I fixed my mirror, get in. Take off. And said, oh, Lord. And sometimes I think like that. You with me? Amen. And they say, what can you do? I go on and say, God, you know what's best. David, one time, and I'll end with this, David one time was walking. And he was walking with this crowd of men. He had armor bearers. Man, they're crazy. They'd kill you if you don't mess with David. And David, there was a crazy man that came out of nowhere, started mocking David, yelling at him, cursing him, and he even took rocks and threw them and hit David. And the men were going to kill this guy. And David said, you know what? Leave him alone. He said, maybe the Lord sent him to repay me for the things I did in my past. He said, leave the guy alone, let him go. And he did. You with me?
Yeah.
And sometimes, you know what I mean, you just got to suck it up, baby.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just got to take the hits.
Yeah.
Sometimes you got to just, and then you fall on your knees and say, God, forgive me. God, maybe this is just someone reaping what I sowed, God. Let them talk, God. Let them say bad things. Let them, whatever, you know what I mean? Not that you let the devil do whatever he wants or anything like that, but sometimes you know when it's the Lord's discipline. And all you got to do is suck it up and say, God, I'm sorry. God, I've changed. Maybe I deserved that one. You with me?
Yep.
But I'm going to go forward and I'm going to serve you, God. I'm going to live for you the rest of my life, and I'm going to watch the blessings of God come up behind me, the flowers and the anointing and the souls that are saved. I'm going to want to be saved behind me because of the decisions you made. Amen? Choose wisely. And stand with me. Naomi, if you come. We had to make decisions when we were first saved, of even family members who we needed to stay away from. Not because they were sinners and because they were, you know, this and that, but because I knew I can't be around them and stay sober.
Right.
Did you hear what I said?
Right.
Can't be around certain people and stay sober.
Right.
I had to tell them, you know what, man, I love you. Wow, you think you're better? No, I don't think I'm better. As a matter of fact, I'm the worst one. But I have to stay away for a while. I told Barney at that day, so Barney, you know what, go ahead and go, Barney. And I told him, you know what, bro, don't ever come back to my house. Don't ever come back here with drugs, alcohol, or women, or anything. Don't ever come back. And you know what he did? He didn't get mad. He respected that. And when the day Barney died, I was in his hospital bed. I was sitting on the floor. I was crying. I was praying for my friend on the floor. He's in his hospital bed. And his girlfriend, she came and sat by me. She was just a little, I don't know if you remember Tony, just a little lady. She came in and she said, Vince, I wanted to tell you something. She said, you know, Barney, he respected you. And he said, you know what, Vince is going to be the one that makes it out of all my friends, out of all these homies. He said, Vince is going to be the one to make it. He's telling her this when they were in their quiet times or talking or whatever. And he said, and I'm so proud of him that he could stay strong and serve the Lord. And he said these words, and sometimes I like to say them because they reminded me, you with me? That somebody that was considered maybe like Satan's right-hand man, God used as an angel for me, who helped spare my life many, many times, and who believed in me, the worst of the worst. And I pray that God have mercy on his soul, and I pray that one day when I go to heaven and Jesus is like, come here, you know, welcome, good and faithful servant, and I'm crying and praising God and running in, I look and I say, Barney, you made it? Is that you?
Amen.
I hope that when he was on his deathbed, he said that prayer with me. And God had mercy on his soul. That morning, I watched my friend die right there. The sun came up that morning. Remember, I prophesied over it. As the sun rises that morning, if you don't serve the Lord, the same way you killed that man is the same way you'll die. And he said, so be it. And I watched the sun rise, and God said, look at the sun, look at the sun. And I looked, and it was rising over the trees and the east, right? And I'm like, wow. And I looked, and they pronounced him dead. And I wept for my friend. I said, man, who wants to say something like that? But God called me to preach. God called me to speak the truth. God called me to talk to you. Some of you don't realize it. You think you think I'm stupid, or my words are foolish, or who is he to tell me? You don't understand. See, I didn't choose God. I didn't go looking for God. I didn't choose him. He came looking for me. And God chose me. And God said, son, tell them. Even if they don't listen, tell them, son. Because maybe there'll be some young people. Maybe there'll be old people. Doesn't matter who it may be. But whoever listens, son, whoever heeds your voice, if they hear you, if they hear me, they hear you. If they hear you, they hear me. And all I can do is be that voice in the wilderness and watch people get saved and watch people die. Watch people go to heaven and watch people go to hell for the decisions that they made. Because it's all a decision. It's all a choice today. You guys might be here today and think, this is foolish, man. It's already late. I wish you'd shut up. I wish that one of these days you're going to say, man, I wish to God that I could hear Pastor once again. And I'm hearing these flames and I'm being tormented for eternity. I wish I would have listened that day.
Yep.
Some of you might be here this morning. Man, I've been messed up, Pastor. I do this and that, but I'm coming to the Lord. And I'm going to give my life to Jesus. One of these days you're going to hear, you know you deserve hell. But one of these days you're going to hear, Jesus, well done, good and faithful servant. Enter into the kingdom that's been prepared for you since the foundations of the world. Because you made a choice one day in that little church in the east side of Pueblo. And you know what? I can't change my past, but I'm going to change my future. Things might have happened to me back there, but watch what happens to me up there. I told people, don't judge me by my past, judge me by my future. But you don't know what God still has in store for you. Come on. You don't know what God has in store for you. Huh? Dale la vuelta. Turn it around. Today you can throw a U-turn. Huh? Today you can throw a U-turn. You say, Pastor, I think everybody's here saved. No, everybody here is not saved. But they're always in churches. It's only this church. The chairs are going to burn up one day when the earth burns up. They're not saved. Are you saved today? Or are you lying to yourself? Come on. Are you just a religious person and lying to yourself, but you're still making these decisions that are harming you and your family? Today's the day. Dale la vuelta, bro. Turn around. Throw a U-turn. Let's start going the right way for Jesus. Let's make the right decisions today. Let's live for God. Let's with 100% of our hearts. Not the way you feel, not what you see, with all your heart and soul. Live for Jesus. Amen, Pastor. Amen, Pastor. Sing a song and we're going to open the altar.